himself obeys the sit at home on Monday, and then the civil servants that work in government house obey the sit at home, and government shut down on Mondays, it means the real governor of Southeast is Simon Ekpa, ruling the Southeast from Finland.
Must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
The more they attack me, the stronger I become. Because it is like you are pouring fuel in the strength that is in me. So bring it on. But I'm telling you today that we have been able to defeat them. We have Chikonta Hanchani Nono and defeated them. What we have done to Nigeria and their agent in Biafra struggle is that we gathered them together. This particular sit at home, I told you people, will be the beginning of the liberation of Biafra. You see, the actions, the activities of Biafrans in this sit at home have gathered all the sabos together, all the saboteur together, and we defeated them. Bam! It is mysterious. How many of you will ever believe in this life that everybody will gang up against Biafra?
Nigerian government is evil. It's evil. Nigerian government is a killer. Yes, it's killer. Nigerian government is a murderer. Sure, they are murderers. Monkey carry money, money. Python swallow money, money. What you know go hear? What you know go hear now? Everybody quiet, quiet. All the youths are quiet, quiet. Musicians are quiet, quiet. Nollywood are quiet, quiet. Biafra government take illegal. Biafra government take illegal. Simon take illegal. Akumba walobo. Akum. Onya neku nweli fone me. Oba topie. New dimension, yes. Multi-dimensional approach, yes sir. Yes sir. Ebon, woto, Ebon, woto, Ebon, woto. Mbajo my freedom, okay, Pumaka. Mbajo my freedom, okay, Pumaka. Mbajo my freedom, okay, Pumaka. Mbajo my freedom, I'll get Pumaka. For many years you've been killing us. You've been killing us. Many years you've been slaving us. You've been slaving us. For broad daylight you killed us. You killed us. Fuaba, Obigo, Okuama, Fabakeleke, Mbo, Enugu, Ehamufu. Thank you, my mama. Thank you, my papa. Thank you, my siblings. For Bayesa, don't they kill us? Don't leave us over here. Yes, don't they kill us? I can make one day I live there. You can't kill us again and go free. At this time, I'm here, but you need to watch. Equal people are Batago. Different spirit, they could go. You the push us. We go push you. You go fight us. We go fight you. At the end, the Biafra got to lay down. Ebon, woto, Ebon, woto, Ebon, woto. Mbajo my freedom, I'll get Pumaka. 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 Nigeria government, let Biafra go. Biafra never go. Biafra never go. One day Biafra to go down. Biafra to go down. If you love Biafra, or you be a Biafra, raise your hand in the air. The let you go to Biafra. Me for them, man. Yes. Anya nabagon. Biafra nabagon. Biafra to go down. I'm what Jabagon. Biafra nabagon. Biafra nabagon. I'm what Jagon. Biafra to go down. Yes, sir. Salute.
Dear to all Biafrans, I salute all of you. Welcome to this very broadcast. We are not going to stay too long. I salute the assistance of my Prime Minister, the man that has made it happen in our own time. I salute the assistance of our former President of Biafra, our eternal leader, and our supreme leader. I salute the assistance of all of you there watching and doing one thing and another to make sure Biafra is restored. I salute all of you, all the honorable ministers and cabinet members of the BRGIA, both in the homeland and in diaspora. I salute every Biafran that is donating every day to make sure that the waters of Biafra is not dry. I salute you and I implore you to keep up the faith and let it continue. We are getting good and positive feedbacks from the IOU loan portal, the way Biafrans have complied and the way non-Biafrans have also complied, the way those that love Biafra have also complied and taken part in the IOU loan. We say kudos to the Biafran people. This is to tell you that Biafra is here in our own time. So keep up the faith and keep on doing what you know how to do best. The Biafra Freedom Raffle draw is there, which the winner will be unveiled in the Convention Declaration in Finland is still ongoing, and we implore all of you to visit the Biafran government website. The website is here stipulated underneath from the messages that is running on the bottom of the screen. So please try to make sure you partake in all these things. Yes, you can invest starting with $20 in the Biafra raffle draw. Then you stand to gain 5,000, 10,000 to 10 to the highest winning amount. We call on all of you to visit the Biafran government website. And to every Biafran that is donating from $1 upward to thousands and millions, your money and donations is paying off, and the Biafran government appreciates you so, so much. And we implore you to do more. Today is Thursday from my end. Tomorrow is Friday. And then Saturday is a mega fundraising. We call on all Biafrans to key in, continue to donate to make sure we procure all the weapons needed, touch all the tables and international legations that we need to in order to speak Biafra, in order for them to understand Biafra, in order for us to defend Biafra land. So every fundraising is super important from every Biafran, and you must be part and parcel of it. Do not forget that the Biafra ID card database system is still open forever. So if you have not done your ID card, rush up to the Biafra Security Administration.org. Go there, register, and then confirm your email, and then you pick any of the forms according to where you reside and fill your form for the ID card. Apply for your ID card is $100, 100 HMA. If you're in Africa, you have a subsidy of 50. So if you're in Africa, your own is 50 HMA. Because of how depleted Africa is, so you stand a chance of taking part of the waiver because of the considerations of the Prime Minister and the government. So you now have a waiver of 50 HMA. So rush up now. You can process everything online. If you cannot, you reach out to your licensed officials in your country and let it all be done. Everything boils down to money. The convention in Finland, we need money. The ID card, it is money. The diplomatic engagement, it is money. And the IOU we're talking about, it is money. We want money from left, right, center. And we have not suffering for money. We are still suffering for money and arms from every other country that are ready to take what we have and to give us what we want. So if there is any country that is ready to give us arms and ammunition, we are still in talks with them. The Biafran government will do more than what you could ever imagine to see that Biafra is here. And at this very point, we want to make it known to the entire world and to the entire world Nigerian terrorist people that the Biafran government will continue to show strength, no signs of weaknesses, and will show the sign of being more stronger than before. We will do this with everything in our blood. That is why the way Biafrans were killed in the past years can never continue the same way in this our own dispensation. So if you were lucky to have killed Biafrans and then you went free after killing them, thank your God that this Prime Minister was not there as at that time. But in this our own time, you will not kill any Biafran and just walk away like that. These were the genocide that were committed on Biafran people for years past, in broad daylight when they committed no crime. All they spoke was Biafra. All they did was to carry the flags of Biafra. And they all died in a peaceful protest. How about those at Emene where they were having meeting? The police came, shot them, the army came, shot them, killed them. The instruction was kill anything Biafra. How many people have they killed and then say they are ESN and arrested and locked up? They have killed many people. They killed and dumped some in the Zoo River. They kill and dump some in the bushes and in the forest. They tie their hands to the back and they pour them acid. These were all done by one Nigerian terrorist government, supervised and headed by the slave boys that we call governors and senators and ministers, traditional rulers and chiefs and bishops and pastors that are part and parcel of the Southeast Governors Forum meeting that they will always have and sign the document of acceptance of bringing these terrorists to come and kill you because you speak Biafra. Today, there is a new sheriff in town that has changed the narrative. That is why the brutality of this very prime minister is what I love the most. Yes, Operation No Mercy. You show no mercy to one Nigerian terrorist. So if you know how to do it, come up again. Let us see how you will do it. If you know how to kill Biafrans very well, come again. Let's see how you kill those Biafrans again. So, the other day when the purported facility of Imo State, where they say they want to build or they want to come and fix it for rehabilitation people from the far north, Biafran government through the Prime Minister spoke and sent them back to where they belong. That Biafran government is going to deal with them and that they should not bring those people. And that anyone brought, your safety is not guaranteed because we are at war and we cannot be fighting Boko Haram terrorists and then we are now harboring or taking refugees of the same Boko Haram terrorists. No, they are shields. They are weapons of war. They are bringing them as what? Weapons to come and kill us in a systematic manner. So, afterwards, a few days later, you saw that those structures were brought down. Even the man that took or led that delegation to Biafra land, his own acclaimed house were also taken care of. Because if you want to destroy cancer, you have to go and look for the root of the cancer. Okay, we are fighting Biafra, not with clean eye, not with mere eye, not with come and look your face, look my face, and then you go back to the house and then we kiss. No, we're not there for that level. We don't pass that level. The level we're there now, the level of touch and see. If you want to touch Biafrans and feel and know who the Biafran government prime minister is now, how brutal the government of Biafra is now, you touch and then you see, then you feel the heat. So, when we bring those or when we brought down those facilities that they claim to bring internally displaced people in, they started reporting that, oh, it is a unknown gunmen. Unknown gunmen. When you heard from the video that it is Biafra Liberation Army. Biafra Liberation Army. Now, what you have heard a day before yesterday now is what? Army camp. And let us make something very clear to you. Since the Prime Minister declared the total lockdown of the one Nigerian terrorist institutions in Biafra land, starting from the secretariat, the offices, the civil defense, the police station, the navy and the army and whatever barracks that they have. They had gone to convert every secretariat and local government that they have to what? Terrorist camp. Terrorist camp in the sense that they now convert those places to where they harbor terrorists, they deploy their armor tankers and every weapon that they have, then they keep them there to start to kill Biafrans. So that is why the Biafran government, through the office of the Prime Minister, said every Biafran should stay thousands and miles away from every facility of the one Nigerian terrorists, starting from their secretariat, their offices, their civil defense, their police unit and navy and army and whatever. You have to adhere to these instructions. So every of their facilities now is a terrorist depot where they harbor terrorists, where they keep them, and where they dispatch them to come to kill Biafrans. Biafran government must and will continue to do what? To show sign of strength, sign of strongness, no sign of weaknesses. Do you know why? If we want to get Biafra, we must show sign of strength. If we want to restore Biafra, if we want to defend Biafra, if we want to see that Biafra is in our hands and then we have it back restored, we must continue to show sign of strength. We must continue to show sign of strongness. We must continue to show sign of consistency, sign of boldness, and no sign of weaknesses. So what you have seen the Biafran Liberation Army, the Biafran Defense Forces done in the past few days, taking down the Nigerian army barracks, is just the beginning of the show. You see this message on the screen? Soldiers fear dead or killed as Biafra Liberation Army raid army camp in Imo State. This is just the beginning, because the Biafran government, through the Defense Forces Department, will continue to do what? To show strength, to show brutality, to show consistency, to show persistence in what we are doing now and going forward. This is what we want the Biafran people to understand and to want Nigerian terrorists to understand. So if you are now a Biafran, you have to remain resolute. You have to remain strong. You have to be very, very watchful. Yes. You have to be watchful, because the Biafran government will show the highest level of strength. What we have started now, it was firstly where they brought the terrorist camp to be in Imo State. In Mbano. We did what? We brought it down, because this is a government. When we speak, you will listen. If you don't want to listen, you will hear it woto woto. It is the woto woto that you come back to take. So when you take the woto woto, it will be enough for you to go back house and to mix the woto woto with the food that you want to eat. That was the launching. Yesterday and the day before yesterday, it was the ANNANG in Imo. Now, going forward, you have to be extra what? Security conscious and far, far, far away from all those facilities that belongs to them, because you don't know the next place that the Biafra Defense Forces will have to strike. We are striking places where we know it is what? The red zone, where we know we have intel that they are coming and they want to come, and from there start operating to kill Biafrans. So Biafrans have to listen to the Prime Minister and reaffirm the announcement that he made when he said every Biafran should and exercise and stay away from everything facility of one Nigeria. Far, 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 far away. So that when the Biafra Defense Forces are on duty to dislodge these terrorists and to send them away, you will not happen to be running left, right, center. No. So don't cause yourself the blame of I was running. No, stay away from anything that has to do with one Nigerian barracks or their camp or their secretariat, because they have turned many of the secretariats into what, and many of the local government headquarters into what? Their terrorist camp. So when you hear them say camp, it may be that it is one of the new camps that they have turned to, that we will take down. So the barracks where they are, we will take down. Where they come to camp, we will take down. So you stay away from wherever you see them. You stay away from wherever you know it is their harbor point. Yes, you have to. You have to stay away, because the genocide and the massacre and the slaughter of these peaceful protesters that happened in 2016, they wave it off the scene. But today we are here to remind you that the blood of Biafrans you kill cannot just be erased with mere ink of pen and pencil and paper. You don't use pen and pencil and paper and then erase it. You use black ink to paint the names of the Biafrans that were written down when you slaughtered them. On this very day that is on the screen, you paint, you erase it, then we don't see it again. You cannot use pen and pencil and paper to erase it. What we will use to erase it is what? Restoration of Biafra And it is happening in a multidimensional approaches. And you are seeing them. So while Biafran government is neutralizing the terrorists and far back home, something else is still happening in the international community. Do you understand when we say we are using a multidimensional approach? This is what is ongoing in the international stage. The Biafran government, through the Prime Minister, is engaging international communities. Most especially, the first people we are targeting now is what? The American government. The congressmen, you heard the Prime Minister from the last speech he made, that we have been able to engage and to speak and to have meetings with the Speaker of the House of Representatives of America, the U.S. Congress. This is like the third man in America. Yes, when you're talking of the government of America, you have to go through the president, the vice, then you now have to come down to the House of Representatives. So if you are seeing that man there, Akpabio, as the third man in one Nigerian government, you should see the Congress Speaker, the head man of the House, as the third man in America. So with all this, you should understand that Biafra is here, and we are not just here in the international community. While this is happening in the international community, these other bingos, they are crying far back home. These bingos are crying far back home. There is another bingo. Wait, let me see if I will see the other bingo. There's another bingo that was also crying far back home. Where is the photo of the other bingo? The other bingo was also crying far back home. We're just making you to understand and to remember the strength and the power of the Biafran government. See this other bingo here. This other bingo is crying. So there are many bingos that are crying. This one was crying. Today, the cry is going low. Please, if you know where Oluwalemba is, please tell him to go and increase the volume of his own cry, because we are missing the volume of his cry. Yes, we are missing the volume of his cry, and we want the volume of his cry to come out. This one that have been parading himself with the rest of them going to Aso Rock to say they want to go and look for, they want to go and bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out, whereby they continue deceiving themselves and deceive the entire masses. We don't know where and what they have done and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they have brought out. Because up till now, we have not seen the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they have brought out. Every time you see them say they are going to meet the presidency to bring out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And some of you that are listening to these Southeastern governors, idiots, you don't ask them some question. Every time you people say you are going to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out, every time you are going to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out, what does this presidency always tell you people when you go? They know they allow to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out? Or is it that when you people go and talk to the presidency will say, he never do wish. So Biafran government will continue to show strength, and they will be crying everywhere as you don't want to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you don't want to leave Biafra land, and you don't want to let Biafrans to go. The woto will continue, and you will get it thousands and hundredfolds. Now, this is another way to show you the strength of the Biafran government. When I say the Biafran government will continue to show strength, no sign of weaknesses, but the strength will continue and multiply in coming days as we draw close to the 2nd December declaration. You can see that seeing how far Biafrans have not shown interest or come out to register for recruitment of Nigerian Army, Nigerian Police, Nigerian Air Force, Nigerian Navy, and Civil Defense. They have come for an outcry. The outcry is that, that it is so alarming that the people of the Biafran extract which they now call us, or which they have been calling us South, South, and Southeast, that we have shown miss or no representation in their recruitment and in their participation of one Nigerian terrorists and everything that carries arms in one Nigeria. All the Biafran people that have been in the army before and left, for them to get their gratuity or their pension is a problem. My father was one of them who was absorbed from the Biafran army after the genocidal war and then back to the Nigerian army. But for them to be getting their pension is a problem. Any of them that dies, they cannot get the gratuity, they cannot get the money back from the family. Next of kin don't even get anything. So tell me, if you are to work for one Nigeria and then terrorists are paid and promoted and given so much money, why will you go back to join the Nigerian Army and the Air Force and the Navy? This I am saying now, I'm even saying this when we did not carry Biafra again on our head, when we did not bring Biafra again on the table. How about now that we have brought Biafra again on the table? And then the fingers are all there on the wall with a red ink that is stamped on the wall, and then you can now see the definition of your fingers, the spaces in between. You now understand what Nigeria is all about. That Nigeria has been the only thing destroying you. Obi was not allowed to be a president because he's a Biafran. Goodluck Jonathan was weeks out of office with Boko Haram terrorists and protests because he was a Biafran. Today, what happened then is worse than what today every Biafran can see what One Nigeria is all about. And the story is very, very clear. Today is the worst of time that you can buy Gary, a cup for 500 naira. A plate of soup now that was 200 naira or 300 or 150 before, now you must carry 3,000 naira, 1,005, 2,005 before you can eat and stand up. Petrol now, which is where they produce petrol. In Nigeria, 3 weeks ago it was 2,500 in my own area. Today it is selling at 1,300, 1,350, 1,200, 1,150. Do you understand the point? So why have they not heated the streets to break Nigeria into pieces when Buhari was there and Boko Haram killed thousands and millions? Remember that Goodluck Jonathan was brought out of office because of the Boko Haram terrorists that they used to stage manage what? Kidnapping and abduction, so that they will use it to weeks and pursue Goodluck Jonathan out of office because he was a Biafran. They knew that if Goodluck Jonathan should sit down there, that there will be conferences upon conferences upon conferences that will be held, that will bring everybody to the table to have a rethink of restructuring the country or making things right for everyone. But because they cannot allow it to happen, because they know that whatever a Biafran is watching and trying to get at the end of the day is for everybody to be okay. And at that point, you see that the Islamic jihadist conquest plan will be truncated. So they cannot allow you to continue to prevail because you are coming to come and destroy and to take away Islamic jihadist conquest plan of Uthman Dan Fodio. So they must cut you halfway. Today, what is happening? Today, Buhari came, killed and destroyed many. Tinubu is now in power. Have you gone to calculate and to give us the figures of people that have been massacred since Tinubu became president. You have not gone to. We are telling you all that Biafran government will continue to show strength, no sign of weaknesses, more stronger if we must get Biafra. And we must get Biafra. So what is our mandate now and our table is that going forward as we approach 2nd December declaration, that Biafran government will be showing more strength. You will not see any sign of weakness. We will be coming more stronger. We will be bringing down terrorist camps in Biafra land, let me say on daily basis. So if you know you are close to anyone that is affiliated or related to them in one way or another, or if you're living closely or you're always walking close to those places, please detail yourself away from those places because we are not mincing words. We don't have water in our mouth when we are saying it, that Biafran government will maintain and become more stronger, more stronger, more stronger. The strength will increase. The strength will increase and the firepower will increase. This is what you need to let these people know. And you will not see Biafrans who understands what Biafra is all about, what Nigeria has been to them, how Nigeria has battered and butchered and destroyed them, kidnapped their babies, women, and children, will now say is going to go and join Nigerian army. Anyone that is going to join Nigerian army is not of the know. And by the time he gets in and see that he has been used as a shielding back for the Fulani terrorists, he will understand what he has to do. He will understand that he has to run 440. And before you now decide to now run 440 out, after you have gone in to know the secret that is in there, you want to run 440 out, they will not allow you, they will kill you. So it is high time you all understand. So this is part of the strength and power and stronghold that the Biafran government is showing as we approach 2nd December 2024 of the Biafran Declaration. What you see on the screen now is a message to all Nigerian terrorists that we are here, that we have arrived, and that every Biafran have come to the knowledge and acknowledgement that Nigeria has nothing to offer to them again. That is why they have become them. So if you're a Biafran, the best army, the best police, the best air force, the best navy, the best civil defense, the best CID you can ever have and do and be for us, it is to be that of Biafra. You see? We will continue to show more strength. No sign of weaknesses. This is what I am talking about. If you check the Prime Minister's official Twitter handle now, as I speak, you will see that there is record of another strength that we have shown. No weaknesses. Stronger than ever than before. The terrorists came today again and they were neutralized. So they will be neutralized on a daily basis. They will be brought down. The strength of the Biafran government will increase and continue on a daily basis before we even enter 2nd December declaration that you will be hearing us declare from Finland. And we will defend it. What we are calling on all Biafrans is that they should stand their ground. Stand your ground. Bring everything that you have. Donate to the Biafran government so that you can get Biafra. There are countries where they donated cows, one cow. Each citizen donated one cow. And they use those one cow to sell. They use it to sell to the colonial masters, and then they got the money to use to fight for their freedom, build schools, and then restore their independence. Today, as we speak to that country, their children, they go to school free of charge at certain levels, except you decide to go to private school. If you go to a school that government has instituted and you want to benefit from the government of your country, your school and your tuition is free of charge. And then you get paid while you are studying. So this is the kind of gestures and benefit that the Biafran government is looking up to bring to the Biafra that we are building. Then there is something else you must understand. The Prime Minister of the Biafran people has, at this point, in this very year 2024, abandoned his political career. He has sacrificed his political career. He has been in the political arena for years. Every year is there, every day, every year is there. But this very year, he has made a promise to the Biafran people. He said, because of Biafra independence, because of the defense of Biafra, because of the restoration of Biafra, because of the declaration of Biafra, because of the defense of motherland, he said he is sacrificing his political inducement in the Finland, where he is politically inclined. He is sacrificing his political inducement this very year for Biafra. He has relaxed himself from his political campaign and everything in Finland. He said he wants to focus 100% on this Biafra to see that it happens this time. Because he has been in Finland and been working in the political arena, putting everything in order, but now he says he has made up his mind to sacrifice it all for this Biafran government, for this Biafran restoration and declaration. It's a big win and a very big question. You know, what we do in life echoes in history, is one thing you should always remember. He is sacrificing his political inducement in Finland this time, putting it all aside and focusing all on Biafra to see that Biafra is declared and then that the defense of Biafra land is secured, Biafra is defended, and everything is done. The question you should ask yourself is, Simon, the Prime Minister of the Biafran government, is doing all this to see that Biafra is restored. He displays himself, he displays his family, he displays his business, he displays his personal life, he risks his security and everything that he could. Now he has done it to his political career. How many of you remember when Ikenga said, I don't want to do anything IPOB or Biafra again? He said because he doesn't want to lose his political career, because he has a political career. Now, this is someone that has now said, I am sacrificing my political career this time for it to stay aside. I don't want to get involved so much this year. I want to give 100% of my time and energy to the Biafran liberation, to see that Biafra is restored and my people get their restored dignity back, and hope and joy and aspirations. The question comes to you, what have you done, or what are you doing as a sacrifice to see that Biafra is restored? Are you amongst those that sit back, unite, looking for how to bring Simon down, looking for how to talk down on it, looking for how to destroy his image, looking for the errors that he has been doing and the ones that he did before, what he is not doing well and what he should have done well, how you will always say that how there is a better way of doing it by you, but you are not doing anything. You are not contributing a quota or a factor, but you are the one that is castigating or making noise all over the social media. Are you amongst those rats that were recruited by one Nigerian terrorist government just to come and be attacking every effort? You waste your time on a daily basis to sit down on the internet, to do broadcasts, type and write and say everything against whatever standard and template that Simon is bringing on the table. When he took over the defense of ESN, you people say, oh, he's Nigerian agent. Say he will not do it, cannot do it well. Then he now formed a Biafran government and did what? Transform all the ESN into the Biafran Liberation Forces. who are now the Biafran Navy, the Biafran Air Force, the Biafran Marine, the Biafran Liberation Army, and every resistance fighters that you see today. Did he stop there? He went as far as setting up the Bank of Biafra. He went as far as setting up the Foreign Affairs Unit. He went as far as setting up the political engagement now that is ongoing, that you are seeing it in America and everywhere. We are touching bodies. In your countries and wherever you are, all your countries now know that Biafra government exists and that there is a government in exile. If you are not aware, don't worry. Someday you will hear your country of origin. They will announce it through their foreign affairs ministries to tell you that they have had of or they have had something about a Biafran government that exists and that they are fighting to the restoration of the independence United States of Biafra. That independence that they fought in 67 to 70s, and that country had sovereignty for 3 years and a half. What are you sacrificing as Simon has done? What are you sacrificing for Biafra to come? What are you sacrificing? What are you doing? Are you contributing a quota? Are you bringing money to the table? Are you talking to some other people? Are you convincing some others? Are you telling people that are not in the know of what Biafra is all about to come to the know? Or you are amongst the ones that are seated looking for who to bring down, seated looking for how to tear the effort of Simon Ekpa apart so that the Biafra will not even come. Some of you will even say, yes, you're 100% with Simon. Then you're not doing anything that will build the government or propel the government to go forward or to give energy and strength to the people that are working in the government with Simon. Rather, what we'll be doing is to do one thing or another, see a way of bringing down those people, causing chaos and commotion and problems amongst them, so that there will be issues. They will always be fighting each other. You cannot bring the Biafran government down. This is a bad that you'll be talking about. You cannot bring it down. Talk less of this government, because this government is the one that God has built, the one that is going to stand to restore Biafra. That is why you cannot bring anything that is brought about by this government down. So it's a very big question to all of you. What are you here to do? Simon has said, I am here to get Biafra independence. He has sacrificed and relinquished his political career in this very 2024 and say, all my eyes on Biafra. I have to get Biafra. I have to restore Biafra. You have to see Biafra. Biafra must come to my homeland no matter what happens. You that is seated there, you that is coming to the social media to be writing all sort of nonsense, calling on Simon Ekpa's name, that is Nigerian agent. What are you doing? It is only Simon that will call a war council meeting and then decide on how the Biafra Defense Forces have to go and counter the terrorist war in Nigeria that comes into our lands to kill and rape and to maim and to destroy. You that is on the social media, what are you doing? Your own is just to write all sort of nonsense, is destroying our lands, is this and that. When Fulani terrorists are coming to kill you in your land, you don't say anything. You clap. You're comfortable with it. Now, when Simon and his Biafran government now are standing up to kill the same terrorists in uniforms, you are crying, oh, Simon is killing Nigeria now. Simon is killing Nigerian terrorists in uniform. Simon is killing Nigerian Navy. Are you not sick in the head? So you celebrate the terrorists coming to kill Biafrans. You celebrate the terrorists coming to take over Biafra land. After they kill Biafrans, you'll be wailing and lamenting. But when you now see that Simon is setting up a war council, a Biafra defense force, that now sit down and then plan of how to revenge and to destroy the terrorists that came into our lands, you are now angry. You are angry that Simon has gone to kill the Nigerian terrorists. From now going forward, all of you should be checking all the comment sections and every post that people are posting about what Simon is doing that is bad, what Simon is doing that is bad, how Simon is killing Nigerian terrorists. Know all those people that they are all the real agent of one Nigeria. Because if you're not the real agent of one Nigeria, will you be coming to write that Simon is destroying Alebo? Simon is destroying Biafra land. Simon is killing Nigerian terrorists. He's killing Nigerian terrorists. He's now making Nigerian terrorists to come in and then start shooting at you. When the Nigerian terrorists were killing these Biafrans, when Nigerian terrorists were killing these Biafrans here, was Simon here? When the Nigerian terrorists killed over 150 Biafrans in 2016, was Simon here? When these Nigerian terrorists killed you people in 2020, was Simon here? When they killed you in 2000, was Simon here? When they killed you in Yemen, was Simon here? When they invaded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house, was Simon here? So, if Simon is here today, Simon is here for a reason, to put one Nigeria to where they belong, to put them to where they actually are supposed to be. Because they are the real terrorists that have been killing you and making you to become very, very useless. So when you see all those people, you need to understand that these are actually the people that are working with one Nigeria to destroy you. You see, the killing of these over 150 Biafrans were made possible by who? Were made possible by the DOS and the terrorists. Even the killing of Biafrans by Abba Kyari, the super cop that they brought in, which they said he also goes about wherever they say IPOB house, they point on and say this one is affiliated to IPOB. It is the work of these DOS One Nigeria that are working with One Nigeria. That other girl that was picked up in her house and the minor brother and sister, which we all protested for them to release, Idara Gold. They pick up the brother. They went to the house and said that the brother was ESN commander, Equator. When they went to the house, they did not see Equator. They had to pick her, then pick the minor of 12 and the sister. Then we now protested on the media, made broadcasts every time, and then was calling and putting the video and photo everywhere before the legal team even got to know about how and where they took them to. This is how Nigerian DOS, IPOB Nigeria were pointing hands from one house to another. To them, anyone that they know have not met and given them the way they wanted. If you don't dispatch the duty to them, play to their tune and obey them, when they tell you go and kill so person, you go and kill. When they say deliver the information to one Nigerian terrorist, you deliver. If you don't, this is how they have been handing you over to one Nigerian terrorist. When they killed all these people here, was Simon here? No, Simon was not here. Okay. So if Simon was not here, we are here to make sure that every terrorist camp of one Nigeria will go down. Yes, because the Biafran government will continue to show more strength, no sign of weakness, more stronger than before as we approach 2nd December. It is a sign of sending a message to one Nigeria that if, as we are approaching 2nd December, we are showing more strength than before, and we are showing no weakness, we are becoming more stronger than before. What do you stand to see when we enter the 2nd December declaration? This is what they need to go back and think. They need to go back and think and understand that it is not business as usual. No. So these morons here, we will hear their cries more and more than this. We will hear their cries more and more than this. We will also hear the cry of these ones more and more than this. And we will also hear the cries of these ones more and more than this, because this very Prime Minister has come to finish what our fathers started. The message here is that every Biafran should continue to exercise thousands kilometers and miles away from every one Nigerian terrorist facilities that is close to you. Stay away, far, far, far. Observe it, far, 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 far from those places, because we don't want you to be a victim of stray bullet or a victim of any circumstance by one Nigerian terrorist. Stay far, far and clear away from those places. We know they are everywhere. The Biafran Defense Forces are also everywhere. We have our eyes on them. So give us enabling environment for the Biafra Defense Forces to do the work well. If you must get Biafra, we must continue to show strength. If we must get Biafra, we must show no sign of weaknesses. If we must get Biafra, we must be stronger than before. That is what the Biafran government is going to do going forward. And that is why you are seeing the Biafran government taking down all these military terrorist camps. And we are calling on Biafrans that they should be ready. Yes, they should be ready to be more security conscious and stay away from all these terrorist facilities, because more of them are going to go down. More of them are going to go down, because we are not going to back down. Rather, what we are going to do is we are going to intensify the fire. The fire will intensify while the political engagement and awareness is ongoing in the international community. The fire will intensify from this side. This is what is going to be happening in the international community, as you can see. So while this is ongoing, this will continue to be happening. Are you getting the point? So the strength will be happening both in the homeland and in diaspora. No weaknesses. For you also not to allow us to have weaknesses, you have to multiply your donations and your commitments to this Biafra liberation. Bring your tithe and offering. Give us more than what you have been giving us. Because if we used to shoot 5 bullets in a day before, now you have to multiply it by 10. Multiply it by 10, because the terrorists are regrouping and they are bringing more. Listen, all the 5,000, 10,000, 200,000, 50,000, 100,000, 10,000 Boko Haram terrorists that you will hear that they say they have rehabilitated them. They have brought them back. They have rehabilitated them. They have reintegrated them back into the army, the police, the Air Force, the Navy. They bring these people back, put them back into the army, the Navy, and then they keep them and wait for a day they will deploy to Biafra land. They don't deploy your fellow brothers to come to Biafra land. They send your fellow brothers that are still stupid and want to be one Nigeria. They send them to go to the far north, to go and die in the hands of the Boko Haram. Then they now bring the real terrorists that they just brought out in the name of recruited and rehabilitated. They send them to Biafra land. So they have enough terrorists that they have to be sending. And we have enough Biafra Liberation Army to neutralize them. What we are asking you now is that we need more guns and bullets. We need more bullets. Yes. We need more bullets to multiply. Because if we were shooting 1 before, now we have to do what? To multiply it. In a day, we have to multiply it by 10. So the point here is, if you were giving us 1 bullet before, multiply it by 10 now. If you were giving us 5 bullets before, multiply it by 10. If you were giving us 2, multiply it by 10. If you were giving us 3, multiply it by 10, because we have more work to do now than ever. We have more to do than ever. And every terrorist must go down. As far as you are coming into Biafra land to kill Biafrans, you see these men on the screen that are here dancing with my Prime Minister. They are the men that are making things happen. Yes. They are the men making things happen. And they are making us proud. They are safeguarding Biafra land for us. They are protecting and defending us. It is all about Biafra. You see them? Look at them very well. Yes. We have to give them everything that they need because they are making it happen. They are the reason why you still have your mothers and sisters and children and families all alive back home. You see their flag? You see Biafra Liberation Army flag. Their work is to make sure the territorial integrity of Biafra is safeguarded. They have to keep it intact and alive. They have to defend it and to keep everything that has to do with Biafra. We will not do it with mouth. We will not do it with saliva. We need your support. We need your money to be able to procure all these ammunition that you see them carry. And the kit, see the way they are kitted from head to toe, it is money that talk. It is money that they get this uniform from. It is money that we get their headgear. It is money that we get the machine that they are using in their hands to kill the terrorists that are coming into Biafra land. So, as you see them looking fine, when you see police and army and Air Force and every military personnel or civil personnel in abroad looking fine and clean, it is the government of the day that is taking care of them. Now, it is you and your resources and your money that is to take care of all these people and what they are doing now and defending you, because we are in liberation. We are here to defend and to restore this motherland, this Biafra, this United States. When we finish restore it and then have it back declared, and then we start defending it, then we now have the government of the day. Oh my God, you will see every good thing that you could ever think of. It is all about Biafra. So we want you all to stand your ground. We want you to make sure you continue to do that, which you have been doing. Bring the guns, bring the money, bring everything that we need. I salute all of you. Airborne to the Biafra Liberation Army, airborne to the Biafran government, airborne to the Biafran resistance fighters, airborne to the Biafran Navy, airborne to all Biafrans who are out there, airborne to all of you. And we ask for more woto that is on the way, because without the woto, the strength will not continue. I salute all of you. Do not forget that your tithe and offering is very, very important. They will to all of you. Keep your eyes on the ball and stay away from every facilities of one Nigeria as we continue to engage and destroy the terrorists.
You can't kill us again and go free. At this time, I need what you need to watch. Equal people have a tago. Different spirit, you go. You the push us. You go push you. You go fight us. You go fight you. At the end, the Biafra got to lay down. Airborne. Woto, airborne. Woto, airborne. Woto. Mbajo my freedom, I'll get you my cow. 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 Nigeria government, let Biafra go. Biafra never go. Biafra never go. One day Biafra to go down. Biafra to go down. If you love Biafra, or you be a Biafra, raise your hand in the air. Then let you go to Biafra. Live for them, man. Yes. Anya nabagoni. Biafra nabagoni. Biafra to go down. Anwa chabagoni. Biafra nabagoni. Biafra nabagoni. Anwa chabagoni. Biafra to go down. I can I na-akụ Nigeria bụ mkpotomkpo. If I na-akụ Nigeria bụ mkpotomkpo. Brokotomkpo. If I na-akụ ndị ilo bụ mkpotomkpo. Ebon, woto woto. Ebon, woto woto. Ebon, woto woto. Ebon, woto woto. Mbajo my freedom, I get to my cow. 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 Nigerian government is evil. It's evil. Nigerian government is a killer. Yes, it's killer. Nigerian government is a murderer. Sure, they are murderers. Monkey carry money, money. Python swallow money, money. What you know go here? What you know go here now? Everybody quiet, quiet. All the youths are quiet, quiet. Musicians are quiet, quiet. Nollywood are quiet, quiet. Biafra government take me gun. Biafra government take me gun. Simon take me gun. Akumba walobo, akom. Onya neku nweli fone me. Oba topie. New dimension, yes. Multi-dimensional approach, yes sir. Ije, Ebon, yes sir. Ebon, woto woto. Ebon, woto woto. Ebon, woto woto. Mbajo my freedom, I get to my cow. 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 For many years you've been killing us. Many years you've been slaving us. For broad daylight you killed us. Fuaba, Obigo, Okuama, Fabakeleke, Mbo, Enugu, Ehamufu. Thank you my mama, thank you my papa, thank you my siblings. For Bayesa, don't they kill us? Don't leave us on fire. Yes. I can make one day I live there. You can't kill us again and go free. At this time, I'm here, but you need to watch. Equal people are Batago. Different spirit, they could go. With us. You the push us. You go push you. You go fight us. You go fight you. At the end, the Biafra got to lay down. Ebon, woto woto. Ebon, woto woto. Ebon, woto woto. Mbajo my freedom, I get to my cow. 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 Nigeria government, let Biafra go. Biafra never go. Biafra never go. One day Biafra to go down. Biafra to go down. If you love Biafra, or you be a Biafra, raise your hand in the air. The let you go to Biafra. Me for them, man. Yes. Anya nabagon. Biafra nabagon. Biafra to go down. I'm watch abagon. Biafra nabagon. Biafra nabagon. I'm watch agon. Biafra to go down. Yes, sir. Salute.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.